Imagine a city of mirrored towers stretching across the desert, housing 9 million people in a futuristic utopia. NEOM, Saudi Arabia's $500 billion megaproject, promises unparalleled innovation but harbors potential catastrophe. Could this ambitious venture transform the kingdom, or will it become one of the most costly mistakes in human history? The de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, declared the commencement of work on his most contentious project to date by the end of 2022. Imagine two long, parallel, mirrored towers that span for kilometers, each housing 9 million people. NEOM is an ambitious concept that aims to reimagine hyperproximity and vertical living, bringing people closer together than before. Though it has ominous overtones, work is already in progress, and inhabitants are anticipated to move in by 2024. But the project is likely to fail because it has a lot of potential hazards. At $500 billion up front, it could end up being one of the most costly mistakes in human history. The necessary technological developments are not yet available to make this idea a reality. In 2016, Saudi Arabia presented Vision 2030, a goal to lessen its reliance on oil and diversify its economy through large-scale projects. 3 major NEOM initiatives have been announced by the Crown Prince: Trojena, an outdoor activity resort that will host the Asian Winter Games in 2028, the Octagon, a floating port and logistics center with a unique octagonal shape, and the Line, a vertical 3-dimensional city that is projected to house 9 million people. The ambitious idea of zero-gravity urbanization is embodied in this project, where inhabitants may walk or take a 20-minute train ride to reach all amenities directly. The Line's commercial videos present a world devoid of cars, streets, and pollution, imagining a layered vertical city that lowers obstacles to urban living and improves social inclusion. However, experts question whether these goals can actually be achieved. A miles-long construction that can be traveled in 5 minutes raises practicality issues, as do inefficiencies in the way space is used and the high expense of upkeep and operation. Before building the hidden subterranean train needed for its intended public transit system, many decades will pass. It takes 318 miles per hour to travel 106 miles in 20 minutes. Without any passengers, the fastest Hyperloop experiments to yet have reached 288 miles per hour. In addition, the Line is located in an arid region and must deal with water supply problems using fossil fuel-powered desalination equipment. Climate scientists are concerned that NEOM's reliance on non-existent technology is only an experimental endeavor based on technological optimism, as desalination facilities employing renewable energy have not proven effective. There are numerous human rights breaches in the project. Advertising claims that the Line will be built on undeveloped territory have not stopped the violent and chaotic efforts to displace the indigenous inhabitants of the NEOM site. The Huaytat tribe originated before the Saudi state and has been residing in the area for centuries. At least 20,000 tribe members have been compelled to abandon their homes in order to make place for the project. Abdul Rahim Al-Hati, a member, was put to death as a result of his protests against the forced relocation. In addition, a number of other members have been imprisoned and handed incredibly lengthy prison terms. This savagery demonstrates how little the kingdom cares for the native populations that have endured long-term oppression at the hands of the state. Its members claim that the Crown Prince first pledged to improve their land and bring in money for their tribe. But as a result of these false promises, they are now homeless. Human rights experts are not shocked, pointing out that constructing a huge project such as NEOM necessitates obtaining large tracts of land, which frequently results in forced relocation and violations of human rights. Another way to think of the Line Metropolis is as an advanced data-sharing monitoring system. Although the initiative will provide compensation to its 9 million citizens, privacy worries about artificial intelligence-driven smart cities raise the possibility of human rights breaches. To further enhance the project's attraction, there will be flying drone taxis and a man-made moon. The adverse human rights record of Saudi Arabia is concerning for the appropriate handling of data and the safeguarding of personal privacy. The inhabitants' right to freely consent to the use of their information is compromised by the line's financial incentives for mining personal data. The project managers assert that the data sweep will provide the city with crucial insights to better meet its citizens' needs. However, analysts remain uncertain about the environmental impact. Despite the project's bold claims, many view these assertions as disastrously overstated. Although the project purports to have zero carbon emissions, skepticism persists about the feasibility of such an extensive undertaking. Experts estimate that the construction phase alone will emit over 1.8 billion tons of carbon dioxide, a figure comparable to the United Kingdom's emissions over more than 4 years. Proponents of biofuturism express additional concerns, arguing that the architectural design's horizontal and vertical features could significantly disrupt local wildlife. These structures may obstruct the movement of animals, potentially harming a variety of species in the area. The intersection of innovative urban planning and environmental preservation presents a complex challenge. Balancing technological advancement with ecological sustainability is essential, yet this project appears to lean heavily toward the former, raising alarms among environmentalists. Ultimately, while the data sweep promises enhanced city planning and improved citizen services, the potential ecological costs cannot be ignored. The substantial carbon footprint and potential disruption to wildlife highlight the need for a more balanced approach that genuinely considers environmental consequences alongside technological benefits. As cities strive for progress, integrating sustainability into the core of such ambitious projects remains crucial to prevent long-term ecological damage. NEOM's ambitious project promises a futuristic city harmoniously blending with its desert surroundings. However, the mirrored walls intended to reflect the desert might pose significant risks to local wildlife. These reflective surfaces could confuse migratory birds crossing the Red Sea, leading to fatal collisions and disrupting essential migration patterns. The potential for bird strikes raises concerns about the ecological impact on avian species that rely on these migratory routes. Additionally, the lush greenery depicted in NEOM's promotional materials is problematic. The non-native foliage proposed for the city is not indigenous to Saudi Arabia, posing a threat to the local ecosystem. Introducing foreign plant species could inadvertently lead to the spread of invasive species, which often outcompete native plants for resources. This imbalance can destabilize the existing flora and fauna, potentially leading to a decline in biodiversity. NEOM's vision of a verdant urban oasis aims to create a communal and aesthetically pleasing environment. However, the creation of such man-made ecosystems requires careful consideration of ecological balance. Without proper safeguards, these artificial environments could disrupt the natural habitat, causing more harm than good. The introduction of non-native species and the potential for increased bird fatalities underscore the need for sustainable and ecologically sensitive planning. While NEOM aspires to be a model of futuristic urban living, it must address these environmental concerns to avoid unintended consequences that could undermine its ecological and sustainability goals. Balancing innovation with environmental stewardship is crucial for the project's success and the preservation of the natural desert ecosystem. The NEOM project faces criticism for various reasons, including the potential for imported plants to attract ants and mosquitoes, posing health risks. The design is also under fire for being expensive and inefficient, with maintenance costs causing concern. Set to house millions in a hostile desert environment marked by high temperatures and water scarcity, some question the feasibility of constructing such massive buildings there despite their opulent appearance. Issues like price overruns and technological constraints further cast doubt on the project's viability. Marketing materials, inspired by cyberpunk aesthetics from Hollywood films, present the futuristic design as a solution for densely populated cities. However, there is a stark contrast between these literary images and actual urban design, especially given the area's history of abandoned megaprojects. This intense scrutiny raises questions about NEOM's viability as a utopian living area versus merely a fiction, as well as its true purpose and feasibility. The project's avant-garde approach to urban living aims to revolutionize city design, but whether it can live up to the hype or remain in the realm of science fiction is uncertain. The difference between visionary proposals and practical execution is significant, and only time will tell if NEOM can overcome the substantial challenges it faces and become a model for future cities, or if it will join the list of ambitious but unrealized projects. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.